Hey, the Ramblers and Rovers, I am Miguel, and today we are in downtown Puerto Vallarta, the old town here in the Zona Romantica. This is the start of the Bohemian Quarter, the Arts Quarter here in the downtown towards this area. Right now we're on the Malecón, the long promenade here by the sea. One of the most beautiful areas in the entire city. Puerto Vallarta is just such a colorful, beautiful, vibrant city here on the Mexican Pacific coast, and I want to share some of that vibrancy and art with you. So we're going to be doing a little tour of this artistic quarter so you guys can appreciate some of the color and vibrancy and the beauty that Puerto Vallarta has to offer. So let's get started. So we're starting off here at the Malecón. We're gonna see some of the statues that line the seaside here in this part of town. There are tons of galleries here in this part of Puerto Vallarta. Tons of murals, statues, all kinds of works of art. So if you really are like an art connoisseur or you really wanna submerge yourself into this vibrant cultural scene, it's very much worth it to do this walk, and you can get to see many other parts of Puerto Vallarta as well. This is one of my favorite statues, this one of the merman and the merwoman kind of reaching out to each other. It's a very, very beautiful work of art, very evocative of the seaside maritime heritage that Puerto Vallarta has. This really is a tropical paradise here by the Pacific Ocean. You can hear the roar of the waves here in the background. There is just so much beauty, and being on the Pacific coast, you get some of the best sunsets in all of Mexico right offshore from here. So right behind me, this whole stretch of this whole body of water is called the Bay of Banderas. So much of the art that we're going to be seeing today is either going to be inspired by Jalisco's culture and heritage, so many local artists who are from this area, or Guadalajara, which is a couple of hours away from here, or the maritime heritage that Puerto Vallarta is so proud of. The Malecón is one of the most beautiful walks I have ever done. It is so well taken care of, and it's just surrounded by all these art shops and galleries, restaurants, bars. So a really lively place, very enjoyable place to come and explore. And that includes seeing the statues that line all the Malecón from one end to the other. Like this one that we're coming up on. This is the booth where you can actually ask for a little map of the downtown with all the names and places where the galleries are. But then we have this beautiful, beautiful statue, surrealist, based on the works of Sergio Bustamante, who I believe also has a lot of work in Guadalajara as well, in some of the museums there. So if you're an art buff and you want to do Guadalajara, it really is recommended that you go to these museums. So in true Mexican fashion, somebody climbed all the way to the top of this statue and put a can of beer into its outstretched hands. So it looks like these ghostly, surreal figures are stretching their arms out to sea and just carrying this magical beer and beckoning people from all over the world to Puerto Vallarta to precisely destroy their livers. Here are more surrealist works of art. This little circle here with all of these different statues, works of surrealism, and they're very fun. You can just come here and sit down and get your selfie taken or your photo taken here with these works of art and just interact with them. They're very beautiful. They're really well crafted and just so imaginative, but also maritime themed, as with much of the art here in Puerto Vallarta, like this phantasmorical diver here. This is one of the most iconic and popular spots in all of Puerto Vallarta to come and appreciate the art and get your picture taken, so you really can't miss this one. So this is a mural of a huichol girl with a little peyote cactus. Huicholes are native people who live here in Jalisco, and they, as a part of their customs, they have this pilgrimage called the Wirikuta, where they walk across the desert away from Jalisco and the coast, like where they live, towards this place called Real de Catorce, and then they have peyote ceremonies there. So peyotism, as in like the indigenous religion of peyotism, originates with these people. Agave fields forever. So I'm not following like a real set route. I'm just walking around the downtown, no real destination. I'm just wandering around and seeing what kind of works of art I can stumble upon. There are just so many murals here in the city. Murals are very, very important to Mexican culture ever since the Aztecs and the Mayans and, you know, pre-Hispanic cultures, and well up into the 20th century with artists like Frida Kahlo, Diego Rivera, Siqueiros, like all these different muralists. So you find tons of street art all over Vallarta. More than you find it, it kind of finds you. You're just kind of wandering around and you just stumble on these like works of art. So that's kind of what we're doing today. This mural behind me really speaks to me. This is based on the book The Teachings of Don Juan by renowned anthropologist Jorge Castañeda. So this art is based on the indigenous peoples of Sonora and the Sonoran Desert, and that's where I started my adventures when I first set off on this quest to become a world traveler and to have great adventures and visiting indigenous peoples. So I can really understand like the symbology here, you know, like the peyote, like we were talking in the other mural, and how important it is to the indigenous peoples of the region. This connection between the celestial and the earthly. It's just such a beautiful mural. So this whole street has tons of art galleries. There's a gallery right here, and we passed another one back there. They're all kind of clustered in this whole area, so everything here is just like artsy, bohemian, in colors, just like this wall back here. Oh, this is a, oh my god, this is this is so incredible. So this is a mural that I heard about that you can only see, like truly appreciate it, if you see it through your phone or through the camera. So as I'm looking at it right now, it's just circles and almost like pixels. But now looking at it through the camera, oh my god, this is incredible. Thank you for sharing in this moment. This is like such a surprise. I didn't know it was this one in particular. You can see the face of that woman right there. But if you look back, it just looks like different, you know, hues and color tones without like any real cohesion, just almost like a rainbow. Wow, incredible. So this is just one of many of the boutique little galleries that you have here in Puerto Vallarta in the downtown area. I particularly love the diver with the fish in the bathtub. I totally relate to that feeling. You have this huge statue here of this guy who has this crocodile in the back as though it's like a lizard or a gecko. Pretty imposing. So they have another couple of stories full of art. Oh wow, this is so cool. Like you're in the clouds already. And these hanging statues here. They really are like museums. They have the cat giving us the tour. This is just so cool. Honestly, like art lovers would love Puerto Vallarta. There's just so much here. I am just constantly surprised at how much I'm getting surprised in Puerto Vallarta. Maybe it was coming with no expectations and just seeing what happens. So they have this cool terrace up here. Oh my god, what a view of the ocean. And you have all these statues here. So Puerto Vallarta is one of the most popular gay hotspots, like in all, I believe in all the world is what they've told me. So I'm sure that has something to do with like a lot of the art and this, you know, being like such an art focused, at least this section of Puerto Vallarta, with this being such an art focused like place, you know. So I guess there's a big countercultural and bohemian and just very libertarian vibe here that really stimulates artists, and just kind of this is the result. Ooh, this is kind of scary. This is such a beautiful neighborhood. You have another art gallery right here, and then another one right here too, and then another one back there, and another one, and cafes and restaurants. So such a bohemian place. This is probably one of the most beautiful neighborhoods in all of Puerto Vallarta. Right now we have this insanely beautiful sunset going on in the background here at the Malecón. So of course we have to head down there and see it for ourselves. This is just such a colorful, vibrant city. People are so nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of the Bohemian Quarter here in Puerto Vallarta, the art center of the city. You really should consider it for your itinerary here in Mexico, so you can do a tour of the coast and just get to experience this for yourself. Oh, holy God, this thing is just getting better and better. So until our next adventure, amigos, adios. Keep on rambling and roving. Keep traveling, my friends.